알롱베 미글라바신 점마가다 땅꼬리아가 네일라데 세아마 돈세빠 뜨야다 완다바레. Hello everyone, I'm Seama Donse from South Korea. I'm pianist and music teacher. Nice to meet you. In my lecture, I would like to conduct music lesson for school teachers to help their music classes and for music beginners. And in today's lesson, I would like to introduce how to read sheet music. You remember the order and method of my lecture and apply it in your music classes. But there are no words for musical terms in Burmese language. Therefore, we have to memorize them in English. It can be a little uncomfortable for you, but we can do it. Let's do this together. I hope my lecture helps many people and many beginners. Okay then, now let's get started. First of all, you must memorize the note name perfectly to read the score. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I'm sure you all heard it before. These are the names of music notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do is Italian name and C, D, E, F, G is English name. To understand this well, imagine stairs. The name of the note is similar to stairs of the note. As you go up the stair, the sound becomes high note. As you go down the stairs, the sound becomes low note. Like this. I recommend you to practice notes as you climb the stairs in school or house. When you climb up, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, or C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Climbing down, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, or C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Like this. It will be effective if you take the children to outside stairs. Also, making them to draw stairs and to write the name of the notice is also good. Children will remember the notice name during these exercises. You remember knowing these stairs of notice are most basic thing. If you are still confused, I recommend you to pause the video and practice more before you go for next step. This is the sheet music we usually see. It is called grand step. Do you know the name of this shape wrapped around like this? This is a treble clef, but let's memorize it as G clef. This is a bass clef. Drawing starts with the large dot in the fourth line. This will be called F clef. Now let's look at the sheet music. Sheet music has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 empty spaces in between the lines. Let's read the alphabet that is written on the remaining spaces. Are you following me well? So far, it is warming up stage. Let's read the score in earnest. Do you remember the name of this one you learned a while ago? Right, it was a treble clef, and its nickname is G clef. The second line passes through the center of the curve of this G clef. If you draw a note on this second line, this becomes G note. This clef is called G clef because we can easily find G note with this clef. All understood? Then let's think of this as a reference note and let's remember it. Then let's look at the bass clef. Do you remember the nickname of bass clef? Right, it was F clef. Then what will be the name of this note if you draw a note on this fourth line where this big dot is located? That's right, this note is F note. Let's remember the F note that is located on fourth line. And let me introduce you one more very important note. It is middle C. It is located in the middle of the treble and bass clef. This is also the key right in the middle of piano. We have already been able to read the three notes: G note of the treble clef, the F note of the bass clef, and the middle C note. I strongly recommend you to stop the video and revise it again. Here are the G and the middle C that we learned before. Now let's read the notes between G and C. To read the score, we must apply the alphabet in line, space pattern. Let's apply the alphabet by descending from the G note. G is on the second line. Do you remember that when you go down one step from the G, you get the F note? Its order was G, F, E, D, C, right? This G note is in the second line, and the F note is located in the space below it. Then E note is below F, and it will be on the line. Again, then D note will be located directly underneath in the space. When we do this, we can reach and find middle C note. But since there are no lines, we have to draw the lines on the note. In this way, you can reach the middle C that we know. Is everything understood so far? Let's practice once more. This time, we will read the notes from middle C to the F note in bass clef. Middle C is on the line, and the B note is below the middle C in space. When you go down from B to A will be on the line. Then G, and the next line is the F note of the bass clef. You will be able to read any note if you understand the status of the notes, the three reference notes, and the pattern of the line and space. Let's practice once more. This time, let's go down from F note. If you go down from F, it becomes E. If you go down one more time from E, this is D. If you go down again from D, this is C. Read from below C, D, E, F, G, A, B, middle C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Do you understand? If you don't understand well, I'd recommend you to go back and watch the video from the beginning of this subtopic once more. If you don't have a chance to play piano or other low-range instruments, I recommend studying the treble clef more intensively. Because in school textbooks and general music sheet, treble clef are used most often. So let's practice reading the treble clef more together. Now we know exactly where the G is through G clef. Do you remember what it was when you climb up from G? Right, you can go up in the order of G, A, B, C. Go down to G, F, E, D, C. What we practiced so far is called stepping. But if you can know skipping, you can read sheet music faster. Let's practice. Here is a C note. What is the note skipped from C? Probably because C is on the line, E is also on the line. Do you understand? Then, what is the note skipped up in E? Right, it will be G. Then, let's practice notes in spaces. First, what is the name of this note? Right, it's F note, because it's below the reference G note. What is this note that I skipped over at F, which is located in the second space? It's A. This becomes C note, and this becomes E note. So if you read the alphabet by adding only the notes in the spaces, it becomes F-A-C-E. F-A-C-E becomes the English word face, and it makes us easy to remember the order of the notes in the spaces. You can conduct a word-making activity using this alphabet. For example, the teacher is showing this sheet music. Then ask the children to guess the English words you can see here. What is the correct answer? It's going to be B-A-G, which means bag. And there will be students who talk about something else. This way you can study English and enjoy music. Do you understand how to read sheet music now? I hope you will practice reading the names of the notes by looking at the score in textbooks or on the internet. If you have any questions, send me an email. I will reply you as soon as possible. Okay, bibabi. See you again. Thank you. Bye bye.